Hey everybody, Dr. Nick here with another PSA, public sexual announcement for you for March the 2nd, 2022. And today's topic comes from a colleague's Facebook post that I happened just to stumble across. And the article was pretty interesting in my opinion. The overall question is this: is belittling a man who has a smaller than average penis a form of body shaming? And the easy answer is yes, of course it is. And at the same time, I have to say that it's pretty much set up by society for both men and women to do it to other guys. And in many cases, guys do it to themselves. Please hear me out. Generally speaking here, the body positivity movement or the body positive movement has done wonders for both men and women over the past 10 years or so, right? Right. And I think it's done a lot for men because people people really don't say too much about guys being short anymore, and they really don't say too much about guys being overweight, unless there's a health issue, of course. But nowadays, there's something called the dad bod, where the guy is typically middle-aged, he's average looking, and he may even have like a little bit of a pot belly or a beer belly or whatever. Now that's cool, that's fine, but that works for some people. But what about the penis size? People still make jokes about guys having a small penis. So when I came across this article in the Daily Titan, the author said this, quote, "Mocking genitalia should be considered body shaming. It has greater implications about the role that sexism plays in the bedroom." And at the same time, I tend to think guys can do it to themselves, mainly due to incorrect information. Like, for example, most guys believe that the average penis size is around 6 inches, but the reality is the average penis size is around 5 to 5.5 inches. Okay, then let's take it a step further, to the point where some guys are so concerned about their penis length, they will undergo penis enlargement surgery, which is around $20,000, and it typically will add around 2 inches to 2.5 inches to your penis. So if you're 5 inches, you may end up with a 7-inch penis, and going through all that pain and suffering, is it really worth it? And for some guys, yes, it is. And then when it comes to two-partnered penetrative sex, many women tend to believe that a bigger penis will give them more pleasure and make them have orgasms. Now, while some women can have an orgasm through penetrative sex, most do not. But therein lies the problem, because most of the women who I talked to, they said part of the fun or part of the turn on for them is seeing just a visualization of a nice sized penis. And then when you talk to them some more, they'll say the quote, "Well, you know what? I want something big, but not too big." And then when it finally comes down to it, they're like, "You know what? Just give me something that I can work with," which is probably average, and I get it. But society has put a lot of unreal expectations on penis size and what it can do. Therein lies a big piece of the problem. And to explain this a different way, there was a study back in 2018 where only 20% of the women reported having orgasms from penile vaginal intercourse alone. So therefore, the size of the penis is really not the problem here. And then at the same time, those numbers are actually worse than the orgasm gap numbers, which typically comes in around 35% on the low end. So there's a lot of miseducation going on out there in society right now. So in closing, I'm glad to know that the body positivity movement is now including men. And so that should include men who have bald spots, men who have beer bellies, and men who have smaller penises. And the authors of this article went on to say this in closing: discourse about sex positivity and body acceptance should be laid bare on the table. It is imperative that these movements support and defend men, not just women. And the truth is this: like back in the day, If it got out that you had a small penis, guys would tell you, you know what, just learn how to eat pussy and you'll be just fine. Now, that may work up to a point or whatever, but society says otherwise. Because think about it like this, there's a darker side to this penis shaming here, which is pretty much this. Men who have smaller penises are also less manly or are unmanly. So let's think about that too. On that note, I'm out. You guys have a great day. Stay tuned, and I'll talk to you soon.